Hello. Fleur.
Are we
Can you
live?
hear? Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. If this looks a bit crusty to anyone,
It's because it
we,
is.
I mean, yeah, this is literally like our first time we've ever streamed. Um, so yeah, we're figuring it out, and hopefully it's working all fine. So to those people who are new to Wanderer's Tome and Flabbergasted, I just want to introduce ourselves quickly. I'm Fleur, and this
I'm
is
Chelsea.
and we're sisters, and together we are uh, running the Wanderer's Tome, which is an indie TTRPG publishing house. And we released our first game, Flabbergasted, a couple of years ago. And now we're launching Mystified, and I've got the page right open, and it's going really well so far.
Yeah, we'll
It
check it
was,
out in a bit. But some people are. There are some people in the chat. Yay. I
yes.
expected no one, so this is nice.
Hello, Claire and Eleanor, and you said what's
I think that.
I think
Is that Joelle? I think.
Joelle, yes.
I think so. So,
Thank you guys.
thank you for supporting.
And thank you to everyone so far who's backed. There's 29 backers of you. That's even though this is our third time running a campaign, it's always nerve wracking. And we,
Yeah, you
you know,
could
we
see how. You should see how we were all day. We were like just going from
unable to do
one moment
anything.
thinking we're gonna do well, and then we're like, who would buy our game? Why would anyone back us?
Uh,
So
yes. So we have over the
30
past week
backers.
we have we've been asking people for any questions they have for us, and that's what we're going to do throughout this live stream. We're going to answer some questions. Or do you want to start off with going through the Kickstarter page together?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
quickly go. I can switch to the
Mhm.
Kickstarter, not
Mhm.
Kickstarter, BackerKit
BackerKit,
page.
sorry.
BackerKit page. Okay, I'm switching here. Oh no, I'm seeing myself double. Okay, so this is our page. We have 30 backers so far. Oh my god. Should we go through the entire page? I guess so.
Yes, let's scroll
Let's
through.
see through everything. So this is Mystified. Ooh. And here we just have a description of what that is. And this is what...
I want to give a shout out to our artist Dozer, who did this amazing cover art, and also some of the interior art in the book.
Yeah, Dozer did the cover for Mystified, and Ricardo Bessa did the art for the cover for Flabbergasted. And in this campaign you can get both, or you can just get Mystified if you already have Flabbergasted.
If all goes well with this campaign, this will mean we'll be doing a reprint of Flabbergasted as well.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of Flabbergasted books left, so we need to do a reprint, which is really, really amazing. Just a little bit about what Flabbergasted is. To anyone who doesn't know what Flabbergasted is, and this is your first time hearing about the game, you can pick up Flabbergasted in this campaign, and it is a rules light, a narrative-driven tabletop RPG. It's set in the Roaring 20s. And we were inspired by Jeeves and Wooster primarily, but other madcap comedies as well, like Fawlty Towers and Blackadder and things like that. These are the kind of shows that we really love, and we wanted to capture that in a game. So this game mostly focuses on, the silly, like, shenanigans that you'll get up to with your friends in a social club, and it focuses on improv above all else. So it's not going to be like a combat-heavy game, full of shenanigans. So let's keep going down. Here we have all our awards. It's a little bit of showing off. You can if Flabbergasted is new to you, you can download the quick start for Flabbergasted. See how it's played. You can play a one-shot. Now, what's new with this campaign? So after we created and published Flabbergasted, we listened to what people were asking for, and a lot of the themes that people were asking for seemed to fit within mysteries. So we had people ask for, like, can I do a kind of a like cozy, like whodunit, murder mystery type thing. And we had people ask if we can add like occult to the game, the occult and magic and stuff like that, because that was quite big in the 1920s. We had some other requests. We didn't do everything. Like a big request we've always had is to add like mobs and gangs and things like that, and we weren't very into that idea.
Yeah, gangsters remain like
Gangsters, yeah.
some of our least excited things were
Mhm.
about Flabbergasted, about the 1920s.
So yeah, we took these ideas. We also added like explorer Indiana Jones type mysteries into it, and these three mysteries are what encapsulates Mystified. So in Mystified, let me keep going down. There
I
are
just want to
three.
stop you really quick because I
Yeah,
want to say hello to.
we have some
We
new
have
people.
we have three of our artists who have worked on
Ah,
Flabbergasted in the chat. We've got Yella who did the map and the bookplate in Flabbergasted. There's Andy who did quite a lot of the interior art, and Ricardo who did our cover. So hello guys. Thank you all for like coming to our chat.
oh, we have some people. It's cute.
Yes.
So yeah, we're talking about the archetypes.
Mhm.
So there are three new archetypes. There's the sleuth. So that's for more of the murder mystery type mysteries, the occultist, and the explorer. But these are new archetypes, so you can play them in any combination that you want. Like you can include them into your current campaigns. You can have a murder mystery and still have, an explorer, an occultist, or one of the original four archetypes, which are the aristocrat, the bohemian, the well-to-do, and the staff.
And they should work well with in any scenario. They all come with 15
Reading the
unique
chat.
scene cues,
Mm-hmm.
and the occultist also has some special abilities depending on the scene cues that you use. We wanted to bring in more of this magic and mystic into Flabbergasted with him. Also, if it's not like when we came up with the designs for these characters, the references, the occultist is 100% Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows.
So if he looks like
This
him, it's because it is him.
is
So with these three new mysteries, there are two new locations as well, and each location we're gonna have kind of like in Flabbergasted we had a location. It was kind of more sandbox with different districts and landmarks and things like that. But we're also gonna have three new campaigns, like three full-length campaigns, because it's something that people have asked for, was to have full campaigns in this book. I'm gonna have at least, I mean, hopefully if this does well, we can even unlock more stories within this book, but at least we're gonna have three. Let me see what else. Let me check the chat. Hi. Oh, hi, Michael. Anyone else is new? Oh, there's Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Okay, let's keep going. So the new thing with, apart from new archetypes and locations, the new mechanic in this expansion is going to be a mystery sheet. So for the director to have all the tools that they need to create a mystery, we've created a mystery sheet, and the director can just fill that in, and we'll know there are certain steps that you can that you have to follow, and you can create your own mystery. And here we have kind of this outlined. Then we have the different pledge levels. And okay, the different pledge levels, you can get the PDF or both of them with Mystified and Flabbergasted. Then there's the all-in, where we have some of the most highly requested add-ons we've had since publishing Flabbergasted, which have been a GM screen for sure. People have asked for that. I don't think anyone's asked for metal lucky coins, but we wanted to do it anyway. Because I just wanted metal coins.
Yeah, whenever there's like metal components to like a board game or a tabletop role playing game, they're always like my favorite part. And the more heft they have, the more
They're very unnecessary, but I love them. We have dice, Flabbergasted dice, and a book plate as well, which we did in Flabbergasted too. And this is also something we did in Flabbergasted. You have the opportunity to get a pet portrait, commissioned. It will be custom and in Mystified. And you can also get yourself or a character done and published in the book. The pet one especially is a favorite of mine. Also, fun fact: all of my pets have been in Flabbergasted so far.
It's true. Your current
They've always
dog,
made it to the cover.
your current dog Maple is on the cover of Mystified, and Taco, who the Flabbergasted book is dedicated to, is also
He was in the cover of.
he was on the cover, or at least he was great. He was inspired. He
Well,
inspired the
we
dog on the
slimmed him
cover.
down for the cover of Flabbergasted because he was a chonk, and then fit the elegance of our cover.
The pet commissions are a particular favorite of mine because I tend to do the pet commissions, and so many of them are just like there's so many corgis that we got commissioned in the first
We
game.
got so many small dogs commissioned.
Yeah. I wonder what the overlap is of people who have tiny dogs and also just love role-playing games, or I don't know, British comedies.
So another thing we have in this campaign, we have special edition dice. So apart from the dice that everybody can get, there are going to be 10 sets of these resin dice made by another Maltese creator who's in the chat. Ellie.
Say hi, Ellie, if you're in the chat.
Well, she was in the chat. Her page is called Duplex Cruises Dice, so check her out on Instagram. She's really, really good and very new to this. As in, she hasn't started selling yet, but so these will be her first sets, and she made these specifically for Flabbergasted. And then we have a few stretch goals. Let us know if you have any ideas for further stretch goals. We have a few more planned, but let us know what you think we should add. Here we have all our add-ons, which are in the pledge level, so we've spoken about them. We have some of the products that we had in the Flabbergasted campaign. These are products that we did in our Wanderer's Companion campaign that you can get as an add-on for this. If you don't know what Wanderer's Companion is, it's create a portrait, like doll maker sticker book, so you can make a fantasy portrait. So you could get that. We have an actual play, some quotes. These are the boring stuff. Shipping, this is us.
Yeah, if you want to see the most recent actual play, the one that we have called Murder at the Mansion, was GM'd by Matt.
We have over 40 backers. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god.
But yeah, that's our first actual play of Mystified, and we should actually be having at least 2 more actual plays happening throughout the campaign. Probably one this week, and then another one later on next week, and we'll be sure to announce them on our socials and our community tab of BACKERKIT.
We also have an interview later tonight, so if you're not fed up after this with listening to us, you can check that out. It's at 11 p.m. Malta time, which is GMT +1. It should be linked to our BACKERKIT as well, so you can check it out later. We have an interview with Chaotic Wholesome later. So yeah, we went through the page quickly-ish. I don't know if you want to add anything, Fleur.
No, it's good. We can start answering the questions that we got over the past week.
So questions. Okay, I grouped the questions we got to like Wanderer's Companion, Mystified and Flabbergasted, and other stuff. So with Wanderer's Companion, we've got a question, which is: are there any plans to make a Flabbergasted Wanderer's Companion style sticker book?
I think. Huh?
Do you want to get this one?
I think there is a potential that we will do a definitely for more sticker books.
Oh wait, let me switch.
Oh yeah, switch screen because it's a good.
Because it's disorienting. No more Inception.
We are very high tech.
Oh, very, very high. I have never felt like more of a boomer than when I tried to figure out how to stream. Anyway, yeah, the sticker book, Fleur.
Yes, so we definitely have more plans to do sticker books. We're currently waiting on our Wanderer's Companion sticker book to be printed. It should actually be finished printing at the end of this month. Um, and if it starts selling well at conventions, because I think it's more of a product that does better in live conventions, I think we would do some more themes, like definitely maybe do like a sci-fi one, and maybe one that's like period outfits, maybe going between like Victorian 1920s Regency. I think it'd be cute to have as a sticker
Mhm.
book.
Yeah, I don't think having just a Flabbergasted sticker book, like Flabbergasted doesn't warrant an entire sticker book yet.
Mhm.
Mostly because Wonder's Companion didn't do, um, phenomenally well. Like I did, I did think of having a stretch goal where we have a few pages of Flabbergasted. I would like to do that. But maybe we could have a sticker book where it's a few niche themes in one book. So like 1920s would be more for Flabbergasted and
Mhm.
I don't know, other niche themes because I don't. Yeah, I think something like sci-fi or steampunk would be their own book, then. Like how we had fantasy. Anyway, that was the first question.
Next question.
Next question. Okay, I get the hint. Moving to Mystified. So, what inspired Mystified? Where did the idea come from? Which kind of I touched upon
Mhm.
earlier. But do you have anything else to add on what we said earlier?
Um,
I'm reading
uh,
comments.
so I'm reading comments. Yes, someone called us boomers. We are boomers. Yes.
Mhm.
So,
We are
so
boomer
the question
babies.
was, why Mystified? I mean, I think we explained this already, which
Mhm.
is that like we were naturally drawn to just adding magic to Flabbergasted, even though that wasn't like our original intention. But like the very first social club that we came up with for playtesting was a
Yeah.
occult uh,
Tea.
club,
Was it a cult
occult
tea?
and tea club, yes, and also like w- other play like other especially like Maltese players who we have chatted at gaming events. They've also tried to make Flabbergasted like add some magic and some creepiness to it.
Yeah, I think specifically the magic and the occult and
Yeah.
the kind of Agatha Christie style mysteries was
Mhm.
pretty obvious and a big one that people have asked for, and also the kind of genres that we like. Like I in particular am really into murder murder mysteries,
Especially like cozy murder
especially
mysteries.
yeah, especially
Yeah.
I love the series Thursday Murder Club, the book series. Um,
That's it.
one of my favorite recent TV shows is Only Murders in the Building, like that kind of
Yes,
thing. I
yes.
just love cozy mysteries. So that really, yeah, it just fit in. That's where the idea came from.
Mhm.
It's just our interest
And
and
we
what
just
people have
wanted to
asked for.
pull references from 1920s like seminal pieces of fiction, so that very like adventure to Sierra Madre slash Indiana Jones style, and like he said, Agatha Christie, like a Poirot kind of characters. So it just was just like a natural fit. What?
I like Michael's quote. I'm really into murder mysteries.
Mhm.
I said that. You can quote me. Um, I said what I said. So, are you planning any changes to the system mechanics? So I'm
Sorry.
asking you because you're the only one here. Sorry, there's no one else.
Are we planning any changes to the mechanics?
Hmm.
Um, I think rather than changing mechanics, it's just we're adding more onto it. Otherwise, it's going to play quite similar to Flabbergasted. Um, we've added in a mystery sheet that's going to help players and I mean GMs to construct their murder mystery in a more like efficient and streamlined way.
Hmm. I mean, that's the main
And
mechanic change
yeah.
is the mystery sheet. So the mystery adds, apart from
Mhm.
a structure for the narrative, is there's a system for the director has to write out clues.
Mhm.
Sorry, has to write out leads, clues, and associated challenges to get that clue. So that when creating your mystery and when running your mystery, players you know that players need to do a certain challenge to get a clue. They don't just get it.
Mhm.
There has to be some sort of risk involved. And then every time your players get a clue successfully, there's a clue tracker at the bottom of your mystery sheet. You mark it down, and this tracker is going to contribute to the group's ending. So that's the new mechanic. So in Mystified, when it comes to the ending, whatever the ending that your players come up with is the ending. But they then roll depending on how many clues they've gotten to see how successful that ending is. So, for example, if they think Agatha murdered somebody, her aunt, Agatha will murder her aunt in the end. That is what she did. But if they roll terribly, maybe Agatha got away with it, or yeah, she bribed someone in the police station. I don't know. It
Or,
won't
or
be.
or they got the right person, but for the wrong reasons, like for a different crime or something.
Yeah, there will
Yeah.
just
Uh-huh.
be something
Mhm.
where it's not
Mhm.
a perfect ending, or they'll roll really well and it's a perfect ending, and you all tell the story together. So, like in Flabbergasted, Mystified is also all about collaboration and creating a story together. Uh, I don't know what the question was. Oh yeah, mechanics. So
Yes.
the next question is
Actually, we have a question in our
in the
chat.
chat. Yeah.
I noticed your past murder mystery works. Is the inspiration for this expansion derived from previous works? Actually,
Yes.
yes. um, and in fact, like one of our the it's more like we started out doing murder mysteries because we have always loved that genre and style of game. Um, but then we wrote a murder mystery inspired by Flabbergasted, and it's called The Curious Case of Princess Cardamom III, and it's on our store. And and then like that influenced us to make Mystified, and in fact I'm using it. I think I use it as a sample on our BackerKit page.
Yeah, and the
Anyway.
mystery sheet, and also when sending out a quick guide to Mystified to people who want to do an actual play or a review, we sent out a short mystery which was Princess Cardamom the Third. We just
Mhm.
reused it
And it will
for
probably be in the final book of Mystified, but it won't be one
yeah.
of our main three new campaigns.
No, it'll be something short because after all, Flabbergasted did inspire that murder
Mhm.
mystery. So
So,
another
what is
thing.
our next question?
Oh, we have 53 backers. That's the update. The next question was which of the archetypes were the most fun challenging to make?
From the new ones.
Well,
Mm.
yeah, this is. I
Mhm.
think so. This is about Mystified. Well, I.
I would say
Sorry,
the most
I'm
fun
reading the chat. Uh-huh.
was the.
Wait,
I
let me
would
let me
say
let me see what's happening. We've got the question. Oh, she played. Oh yeah, Yella played the murder
yes,
mystery,
yes.
and then my husband said, "How did you get such handsome partners?" So, it's, I don't know.
So the most fun that we had creating a character was the occultist, but he was also the hardest.
I think
Like I think
so.
we.
So for this one, I mean, I wrote a lot of the scene cues, because Fleur was very busy doing the graphic design for the page and things like that. So I wrote a lot of the scene cues, and the sleuth was the easiest to write. I got those 15 scene cues done pretty quickly, too quickly. But then I think the explorer was the hardest for me to write. That's probably the genre that I watch the least, maybe. Or I think it was a lot of the scene cues felt a bit cliche when I was writing them. Like I remember I did like a wait and switch kind of scene cue, and we changed that because it felt a bit too cliche, things like that. And
But
then
it's always fun to come up with the puns for the scene
oh yeah, the
cues.
titles are the best. Um, the cultist was fun as well to write. But I think the easiest was the sleuth, and maybe the most fun is the occultist. I believe this expansion will be very popular in China because murder mysteries are incredibly popular here.
That's interesting because we actually are going to have Flabbergasted translated in um, Chinese. it's one of our 4 languages that's being translated into.
Mhm.
So I actually don't know if this is the person who worked on getting the Chinese license,
I don't
or
know.
just they happen to say it, but that's good because we'll try and get the Chinese license for Mystified if possible.
So, will there be some rules to bring your existing characters to the world of Mystified? Something like character conversion or new skills on top of your existing character sheet? Fleur? Are you?
Sorry, I'm looking at the Kickstarter page. I just want to say thank you to everyone who backed so far. There's 55 of you. I'm not sure how many of you are
57?
in the
Sorry.
57. Yes,
Oh my god.
I'm not sure how many of you are in watching the live stream, but honestly, thank you all so much. Like this has assuaged my anxiety so much. I'm very happy with how things are going so far. So
Aw.
fingers crossed. Maybe we actually fund within the next few
Before we
hours
sleep, hopefully we don't
before we
stay
go
up till
sleep.
like
Yes.
3 a.m. Oh, this is oh, thank you everyone. Let me see what people have gotten so far. Anyway, oh yeah, the question. Do you remember the
Yeah.
question?
No. What was the question?
Would there be any rules to bring your characters to the world of Mystified, like character conversion or something like that?
I don't think we actually have plans for that because all of the characters already can work. Like any of the archetypes can work in Mystified. I'm not sure if I'm understanding the question correctly.
Yeah, I mean, if it's yeah, I don't think any kind of conversion is needed because you can use any archetype um, with your Flabbergasted campaign. You can bring the new ones into your Flabbergasted campaign, or you can play any archetype with a mystery. So I don't like really what's there's what's new are the sync cues. Every archetype has their own sync cue, so I don't think a conversion is needed. Next question. Oh wait, let me
Mm-hmm.
read the comments. Uh, I told work if you do really well, I won't show up tomorrow. So next question, Fleur.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be any combat rules, even if only fisticuffs, when the culprit tries to get away?
Huh. So there's already rules for combat within Flabbergasted, although they are very a bit bare bones. But I think we could look into expanding on them, right?
We can definitely
Okay.
revisit them in Mystified. Like, we'll have to probably bring
Mhm.
it up again because it's gonna come up more often in
Yes,
a
especially
mystery.
especially for the adventurer archetype and
Hmm.
the adventure genre of mysteries as well. I think that combat will be more prevalent, so we'll have more rules for that, as well as
But essentially, the rules,
maybe.
the current
Mhm,
rules for combat of Flabbergasted will still apply, which is that they're
mhm,
mostly narrative and let's say you fail horrendously doing something dangerous like as an explorer, you'll obviously your health status will go down, and as was mentioned in Flabbergasted, when your health status goes down you have narrative like deep your narrative abilities are hindered, which are your sync cues and your traits. So we'll probably just revisit it in Mystified
mhm.
because just have like
And
a
also
reminder.
add rules for it will include rules of how magic works in Mystified, and is
Hmm.
it really magic? Is it all
Yeah.
trickery? Basically, both options will be kind of viable in Mystified.
Something new that we have with the occultist archetype is that with every CQ that you do, well, with some CQs, you'll have to roll. We don't have, I don't think we have a name for it yet. So far, we're calling it roll for influence. And there's a table where you have to roll if you use a specific CQs. And depending on what you roll, you see how the other world is influencing you. Like, it's basically you're kind of opening yourself up to that influence, right? So if you use a sync, you might, I don't know,
like
lose the use of a limb because someone else is using it for you, or someone is
the
talking
typical
through you.
getting possessed.
Yeah. So we have a table for that. So
Stuff.
that's gonna be that's really fun. Oh, Davide said, "There's never any doubt you would do well. Forgive you for not taking my reassurances enough. I'm glad your anxieties have been demystified." Oh, amazing.
Please, more puns in the
More mystified
conversation, in the
puns.
chat.
Next question is, are you planning to do support for any virtual tabletop?
Yes, we are. We are looking into doing for Roll20. Actually, like our current struggle is literally just trying to find someone to do the conversion
Yeah.
to add the character sheets into Roll20. So
Mhm.
if you know anyone or are one
Please
who could
help
do
us,
it,
because
please reach
getting
out to
quotes
us.
is a nightmare.
Yes.
Apparently, not a lot of people do this, but we would love to, and if possible, maybe. I mean, we'll do it with this campaign if it does well. We'll do a conversion for both Flabbergasted and Mystified
Mystified,
together.
yes, for sure. We'll have to do for all of the sheets for every archetype.
Yeah,
The
probably
mystery
just do
sheet.
character sheets or all the sheets conversion. That's what we
Yes.
would like to do.
I am quite interested in looking into alchemy as well. But I think that's something we need to like discuss with alchemy, because I do think they are now in the stage where they are selecting which projects they bring onto their platform.
I think we'll start with probably
Roll
Roll20. That's
20.
what we've been looking at. But yeah, depending on how well we do, we can hopefully convert to multiple platforms. So, Flabbergasted questions, Fleur.
Okay.
Which
Just
we've
doing a
touched
quick check.
upon.
We're on 61 backers. Woo-hoo. Very nice.
Michael said Foundry would be amazing as it tends to be a bit friendlier than Roll20, but Roll20 is really
Yes.
good.
Yes, I have heard that Foundry, because I haven't actually used Foundry myself personally, but
I have heard people prefer Foundry, but Roll20 is still very widely used.
Well, yeah, it's still the biggest used one.
Yeah,
but
and that's probably what we've been asked for the most. But we'd like to do, both, hopefully. So, is Fleur, is this campaign going to include a reprint to Flabbergasted, or is it a newer version of Flabbergasted, like a version 2?
It's. I think the reprint will just be a straight up reprint. There won't be. I mean, we have a little bit of errata that we will change, but essentially, like those who own the original version of Flabbergasted will not need to upgrade anything in it. Not at all.
Very minor changes. Obviously, we found any typos, like we fixed those, but we're not planning on changing anything else. Then we have one last question, which is not related to anything, but just, do you have any other projects that you're working on, and any that we can know about? That's the last question. Do you wanna go, Fleur?
So, what was the question?
Future projects.
Oh yes. We have one one that's coming out later on this year, probably after summer, which is a GM-less roleplay / kind of with some board game elements. And should we announce the name? Let's say what it's called. So I don't think
we haven't announced it, but we are doing it end of summer, so we can.
Yes. And it's called Murder on the Orion Express, and it's like a sci-fi comedy GM-less role-playing game. And very excited for it. We're currently in playtesting phase, but I think we'll be moving from that soon and going into production.
Yeah, as soon as the busyness of Mystified dies down, we're going to be working on creating a prototype that we can send out to people.
There's Matt in the chat. Just going to say hi to Matt. Hello.
Oh, and hi, Audrey. Audrey joined as well. That's all the questions. We have other things in the works, but nothing we can officially say.
We do have another quirky tabletop role-playing game that will come out earlier next year, probably, as well.
that's it. And
So that was the last of our questions.
yeah, so unless we have other questions in the chat.
So yeah, if you guys want to leave us any questions before we get going. Oh, thank you, Matt. Matt was the one who GM'd our first playtest of Mystified,
Yeah, and
and also a lot of.
probably Matt has played Flabbergasted more than us, and is the expert. So let's see where we're at. We are at 62 backers, which is amazing. We'll soon be like halfway to the funding goal.
Who? Yes. Audrey was one of our playtesters on Orion Express already. Oh wait, has she playtested?
Yeah. Has she? Audrey,
She
have
will
you playtested our game?
If she hasn't, she will though soon, because we'll go through all of our friends for playtesting. Thank you so much, Matt,
Yeah,
for
that's
your
really sweet.
for your continuous support.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. I wish we funded on stream. That would have been awesome.
Well, that would have been
Beautiful.
I mean, Flabbergasted last time funded in 7 hours, and if we can beat that, that would be amazing.
Anyway.
But things are going in a good direction so far, so.
No, I'm really, really happy. Thank you, everyone, for supporting and backing. Hopefully, within these 4 weeks, we have some more structured streams that we're planning on doing, especially since today our stream did okay. Like, no technical difficulties, which is amazing.
And really thank you all for actually sticking through listening to our stream, because it would have been really awkward if it was just me and Chell and no one watching. So I think that's it. Again, we actually have another interview that will probably go live on our BACKERKIT page as well. Again, that's with Chaotic Wholesome, and they'll be hosting the interview this time. Probably more structured, and will be less distracted than how we are right now.
And that would be like 10 p.m. GMT?
Yes.
In 4 hours? In 4 hours.
In 4 hours, yes.
Okay.
We are, in the meantime, going to have our BACKERKIT page open the whole time, and going to go eat a bit, because we've been so...
Gonna go eat, gonna go celebrate, and thank you, everyone.